how disheveled and clearly homeless he looks, like he needs rehabilitation.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
Yo, what up? It's Majay back here another video, and today we're about to be watching Maury, and this video title is Nickelodeon Ruined His Life. This video is about to be on Tyler Chase about his little situation of him being homeless.
Did you play on Disney Channel?
Nickelodeon.
Oh, it isn't Nickelodeon. What show is it again?
That's Declassified, School Survival.
Oh yeah, you were that kid on it, huh? Yeah. I remember you. Yeah.
Man, I just gotta say, this is just incredibly sad that the entertainment industry will literally collect kids, use them up, exploit them for views, clicks, money, and just spit them out. And Tyler Chase, he was on Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide that a lot of us, you know, older Gen Zers or younger millennials watched growing up on Nickelodeon. And I believe they did reruns on other networks as well. But it's just incredibly sad to see how disheveled and clearly homeless he looks, like he needs rehabilitation. He looks sad in the eyes, man. I'm not gonna lie. And just to jog some of your memories, here's an image of him from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. He was I believe, what was his name? Yeah, his name was Martin Qwerty on the show with Ned, Jennifer, Coconut Head, who else? Simon. As you can see here, here's Chase right here, or Martin on the show, his character next to Simon, Ned, Coconut Head right here. And I mean, it's just sad to see, you know, how production studios like a Nickelodeon, you know, they create shows, and I'm sure Nickelodeon at this point in time, everybody realized they've been exposed with the perversion they've had in their studios on set with a lot of
I low-key wish they had like some type of program for, you know, like former Nickelodeon people, and so they can just get some help. Amanda Bynes, uh there's a few other people that went kind of crazy, especially, Tyler Chase. He was just a side character. He probably wasn't making that much money. They could just like have some type of emergency fund for him or something, but I get it. That's not their part, and he's a grown-ass man.
these minors at the time.
Now looking back on some of the clips, I'm like, that's damn, like really?
Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check this out.
Like, bruh, it's obvious the head of Nickelodeon, Dan Schneider at the time, had a foot fetish. And I'm not entirely sure how old Ariana was during the filming of this. I'm gonna assume in high school. But the fact that this man clearly had a foot fetish, mind you, the old logo of Nickelodeon, which has since been changed, used to be a literal foot, bro. A literal foot. Like,
Oh, I just get the feeling he was bringing so much money, so many new shows in, so many just new audience into them. They didn't care what he did. They didn't care what was going on behind the scenes as long as he made them money. And that's just so fucking disgusting by these companies. Like, you got a sick freak right in front of you basically, and just because he makes you money, they leave it alone. That's what.
look at this. I mean, hiding your kinks and your fetishes in plain sight and making your likely underaged minor actors on set do shit like this is crazy. And now we can see one of the former child actors who was likely getting paid very handsomely at the time turning out to be like this on the streets. It's very sad, I'm not gonna lie. They used, they abused, they exploited. I'm pretty sure, actually, I take that back. The contracts were probably shitty. Maybe some of the actors had, really good negotiations depending on their role on set, but maybe side characters like Martin Qwerty, which was his name in the show, didn't get as good of a deal as the other actors. Or maybe he did, I don't know. I'm just saying, the fact that child actors from Disney, Nickelodeon, and other platforms keep on ending up later in life like this, disheveled, homeless, on drugs, abused, traumatized, speaks volumes.
YouTube poetry?
Yeah, the one on Nick, right? Nickelodeon?
Yes.
What was your name? What's your name?
Tyler?
Tyler?
Curtis Mendez. Also Tyler Chase for Poetry of Hollywood. Actors, so the kids of Nickelodeon. Tyler Chase, one of the...
Damn, bro, how'd you get... Why are you in the streets like this? Why are you in the streets like this?
Chase Bank.
Oh, damn. Hey, you know what? I got some cash for you, bro.
I'm sorry to see this. It should just look so sad when you just see the reality of this. What takes like a toll on like child stars throughout the time. Maybe like the mental thing.
I wouldn't
I
be
got
able
some
to see my
cash
mother
right
here in California.
here. Look.
God bless you, sir. May I give you this gift?
No, don't worry about it, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Bro, I think, man, something needs to happen, bro. How much money did Nickelodeon make from Ned's Declassified? It has to be tens of millions, right? Why is there no type of fund for actors, former child stars like this, you know, who fall on to hard times, whose money was mismanaged, likely by, you know, either guardians, parents, right? Who never really had anything outside of the show that they were participating in. And obviously, I'm not going to take, you know, accountability from the person. You know, he's a grown man at this point in time, but it just, again, it's obvious to me that these kids were abused. Let me not sugarcoat this. These kids were abused in one way, shape, or form, physically, allegedly, or mentally, but for sure, abuse happened. And I'm going to stand on that. I mean, take Amanda Bynes, for example. Like, look at this. Like, I mean, bro, another child star we grew up with on the Amanda Show, right? And other various shows and movies, right? She was like, I believe, the face of Nickelodeon at one point in time. And now this top comment is saying, what did Dan Schneider do, right? That the former head of Nick, clearly, I don't think he's still working at the company to this day. But somebody said below, allegedly, he got her prego at 13. I can't verify those.
If that's true, they need to go into another quiet on the set because this shit's sick. And what happened to her was just such a whole tragedy, man. Like, you can blame it on, like, being an adult and everything, but you cannot just ignore the fact that the impact and everything that Nick had on all these stars is just, like, so fucked up, bro. They didn't even make sure they were okay. They didn't even like try to send them to like therapy. Like child labor laws with like parents were just so fucked back then.
Claims whatsoever. I did see a video going viral recently alluding to that possibility, which is crazy. Here we have one video Amanda uploaded to her page saying, "You don't recognize me, do you? 2025." And then this transformation here. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, again, one of Disney's formerly biggest faces that used to represent the company has fallen into such darkness. Clearly not mentally well whatsoever.
I'm not gonna cap. If she can get help, she can run all this back. I've seen it all before and seen it in compilations. People could just run this back. They can do and get help. They just choose not to.
And now back to Tyler Chase. I mean, holy shit. Unfortunately for him, it seems as though that he has no money to fall back on. He wasn't big enough back in his heyday to have a safety net of finance, funds, money to kind of soften the blow of, you know, mental illness or drug use, right?
Taylor Chase, who played Martin in the Nickelodeon series Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide, has been found homeless in California. Once a child star, he is now living on the streets. Some say this is the most common and most silent ending after Hollywood has drained the value of child actors. From 2004 to 2007, he was a familiar face on after-school television for countless American children. But the moment the camera stopped, the protections disappeared as well. There was no long-term income structure. Years ago, he openly spoke about his long struggle with bipolar disorder. When news spread, people quickly started fundraising, but his family asked that donations stop. They explained that he is unable to manage money or medication and that direct cash assistance could actually make the situation worse. Some say Hollywood is very good at creating child.
Bro, if that's the case with the family, why don't you get him some help? Like, that shit is just crazy. Oh man, you know what? Now that I think about that, I just literally just recently seen a story about that too. One of his co-stars, Cookie, Daniel Curtis Lee, he tried to help him over like this weekend for like Christmas, and he got him like a little hotel for like I don't know how many days it was, but like Tyler Chase kind of trashed the whole room and went straight back on the streets. So at that point, it's like you kind of, having to help yourself. And it's just fucked up. And since this is getting a lot of attention, this family finally like acted. I guess that's what I heard.
Miracles, but rarely takes responsibility for life after those miracles end. When the role ends, the protection ends with it.
So I gotta say, all right, if he sucks at managing money and he has bipolarism, why not just admit him into a mental health facility to get him straight and teach him how to manage money? But wouldn't that make the most logical sense instead of literally just leaving him on the street? This is the funny thing about society to me. You guys want to identify what's wrong with people, yet you don't want to provide solutions. And I'm just speaking in general. This is not coming at anybody watching the content. I'm just saying, we're so emotional in society, right? And we have all this outrage about all various types of topics. We have outrage about so many different things, yet we don't want to provide solutions, but prayers and hopes and dreams. Digital prayer emojis. What is a digital prayer emoji supposed to do? All right.
Yeah, I kind of get that take too. A lot of people always want to talk about getting somebody some help, but y'all niggas do never, yeah, now niggas never want to donate. Y'all niggas never want to, go out and try to help that. He's out in California right now. There's a lot of people out in California that's not willing to help, but just talk shit and won't even do nothing. I mean, I know I do a little bit of that, but I kind of hold people responsible for their own actions too. I kind of just say like you got to help yourself too.
What's gonna happen in order to save this guy, what needs to happen is to admit him into a mental health facility. He's clearly on drugs, get him rehab, and give him a financial coach. Now I'm pretty sure he's dirt broke at this point in time, and I'm not even entirely sure if he's getting any residuals or royalties from his time on that show, as he should.
I'm sorry, he should, but he's not getting a residual. He was like more of a side character. I know he was getting paid a good bag, but he's a side character. Residuals will probably go to Mo, Ned, and Cookie. They're like the main like actors on the show. All those other side characters, they're probably like getting like a little bit of pay nowadays, but that's still something to get by. But I don't know. He probably spends this on drugs, or you just never know what it
Be
is.
getting, I believe. And if a contract out there exists, even if he's getting, hundreds per year, thousands per year, where's that money going to? Does he have a bank account? Who's receiving that money? This is very sad. And it makes me bothered because it just shows you how one moment you could be on top of the world and then in the next you're down below on the streets, man. So if there's anybody, friends or family members, or just the general public out there who wants to help this man, listen, mental health facility, rehab, and financial advisor. But this is happening in California, and we all already know how California deals with their homelessness. They just let these people stay on the streets in perpetuity until they OD from drugs, or they catch some kind of illness, or die from other homeless people doing grave bodily harm to them. Honestly, this entire story sickens me and it scares me. It really does. Like, it just, wow. Honestly, whatever you believe in, religious or not, spiritual or not, you just gotta thank nature, God, Mother Earth for good health, mental clarity, family, and friends. Like, yo, a lot of people out here are really, really struggling, man.
Man, yo, I really agree with some of his takes in this video, but like I also kind of just be like, you gotta hold people, responsible for themselves too. You gotta hold the family even more responsible because like they're supposed to be in charge of him. They know he needs help. Yeah, haven't tried to put him in the hospital until this shit gets like more popular and like there's more push for him to go there. You saying not to give him no money, and that's really fucked up. Y'all could just probably take that money and intercept it and put it in a bank account or savings account and try to put that toward helping him. But like I said, I recently seen online, I don't know if it's probably true or not, they kind of caved in finally and are helping him. But this is just sad to see, and I really hope he can get some help because this shit's serious. Homeless shit is not no joke. But hey, if you guys enjoyed that reaction, like for more Maury, I'll be having the link in the description. We on the road to 250. Catch you guys later.